Hello, we're back. And this time, I'm serious, I think. We're gonna try to get to day 10. Get to day 10. To finish day
行ってくるね、シロ。今日はお土産買ってきてあげるからおとな
8
し
and
くしてるの
9.
よ。
Okay. It's not important. Probably. Probably not important. Probably. Yeah. Okay. So, see you, Shara. I'll bring something home, so be good. Fujini waves as she heads off out to work.
私も行くわ。今日はうちに寄ってくるから遅くなるけど、夕飯までには戻るから。留守中、警察のことはしないようにね。
Alright then, it's 7:30 in the morning. I see the two of them off without incident, so there's only one thing left to do now. Okay, we're going to continue where we left off yesterday. Let's head to the dojo, Saber.
すぐに鍛錬を始めるのですか？朝食をとったばかりですし、少し間を取るべきではないでしょうか。
Don't worry about that. I've trained myself to the point where stuff like that doesn't affect me. And today's breakfast was bread, right? I don't live on an unhealthy enough lifestyle for something like that to affect me.
はあ、シロがいいというのでしたら、私は構いませんが。
Good then, let's just go. I spent all night coming up with ways to get at least one hit in, so I want to show you the fruits of my labor. You then lose entirely. I'm unable to dodge Saber's counterattack. Both the Shinai and I tumble to the ground. Ha! God. My fingers tingle where they grip the Shinai. Saber's counterattack lands as I lunge in with all my might. I figured brute force was my only option. No shock that I dropped my Shinai and fell right on my ass after an attack like that. Damn, I thought that would work.
シロはその判断が甘い。いいですか？シロが捨て身になったところでサーバントは倒せません。勝ち気なのはいいですが、それも相手を見てください。
That may be true, but I'll lose if I stay on the defensive. I have to strike if I find an opening.
その通りですが、シロはそのチャンスの生かし方を理解していません。捨て身で仕掛けるのならば、それにふさわしい好機を待つべきです。
That goes without saying. I saw you looking away for a brief second that last time. I've only seen you do that maybe one other time, so I thought it was my chance.
とっさにその判断ができたのは評価しますが、今のはあえて作った隙です。この程度では動じないだろうと期待して視線をそらしたのですが、まさか一直線に踏み込んでくるとは思いませんでした。
That's pretty mean, Saber. You shouldn't mock amateurs like that.
からかってなどいません。こちらで仕掛けた策であれ、好きである以上は多少のリスクを負います。もっとも視線をそらした程度のリスクと、捨て身で突進してくるシロのリスクは計りにかけるまでもありませんが。
So what you're saying is that I should be less obvious about seizing an opportunity? If I make a big, obvious attack, I'm squandering the opportunity. So you're saying I should be considering the opportunity... Okay. Enacting suit...
ですから、後期の大小の読み分けをしっかりしてください。
Felt like I was talking in circles there.
ですが、昨日よりは格段に、生き死にの境界線には鋭敏になっていますね。危険を察知する感覚が身についてくれば、誰と戦い、何を打つべきかは、おのずと絞られてきますから。
Saber looks pleased. Unless it's my imagination, she seems happy to see her student improving a bit.
そろそろ休憩時間ですね。水を汲んできましょうか、シロ。
No need, as long as it's just water. I filled a whole kettle, so I'll just drink from that. Drag my fatigued body towards the wall. After wiping the sweat from myself with a towel I brought along, I take several gulps from the kettle. I just want to say that kettle is not an American word. Kettle is a European British word. I just want to throw that out there. It has somewhat gotten a little more popular in America now, recently, but only like a little. I'd still say it's very British coded. Phew, I take a deep breath. It's been almost 3 hours since I saw Tosaka and Fujini off. I spent every minute since sparring with Saber. As usual, Saber doesn't explain much, and I don't ask her any questions while we cross swords. I have pretty much no chance of winning, but I do seem to be moving better the more I fight Saber. I'm not expecting to improve my fighting techniques. The point here is to train my body, not my mind, to get accustomed to battle. Actually, it's the other way around. You're actually training your mind, not your body. She already said that you're physically fine. Like, here's the problem. She literally just said you should contemplate a little bit about what you're gonna do before you do it. And then here he is saying, no, I'm training my body. Like, no, she just literally told you you have to consider, like, you have to think, but obviously not hesitate, right? So it's like you have to think in a split second, did she do that on purpose or not? You know, like looking away. Did she do that on purpose or not? He should have realized immediately, why would she look away? What's there to look away from in here, you know? Like, if he heard a noise and then she looked away, that'd be one thing. But nothing happened and she looked away for no reason. And it's like, okay, this might be a trap, maybe, you know? This is where, like, his intuition is being trained. You could say it's his body intuition, but, like, at the end of the day, intuition is still the mind. It's better than doing nothing, and since I'm starting from basically nothing, there wouldn't be much point here unless I spent time working on this one thing. If all I do is think about how to fight when the time comes for me to face a master, I'm dead. Saber just doesn't even break a sweat, huh? I'm a little disappointed, but I shouldn't expect to be on her level in just a day or two. And just like yesterday, Saber rests, seated in a Seiza position. It'd be a waste to just sit here. I might as well take the opportunity to talk with her. Okay then. Yeah, he's a dummy. Before she became a servant. I wonder what Saber was like when she was alive. Saber's so beautiful, so I'm sure everyone must have liked her. Calling her Saber is what's throwing me off, but I bet she was an ordinary girl who never held a sword back in the... What the fuck? I bet she was an ordinary girl who never held a sword back in the day. Back in what day? You think she became a Saber without training to wield the sword every day of her life? So, Saber, what were you like before? I'm so curious. I just blurt out what's on my mind without thinking or even realizing I'm doing it. It's nothing. I was just imagining what you were like. I'm not trying to find out your true name or anything, but I just wanted to know what your life was like. Why would you want to know, like, anything about me? The person who's gonna practically sacrifice their life to help you. Like, you can just ignore the question if you don't want to answer it. It just kind of popped into my head. I know you're Saber, a servant, but I just thought you must have been a completely different person before you became a servant. That's right. I imagine she lived a peaceful life, as befits a lovely girl like her. His sexism is just through the roof. Like, I mean, to be fair, he doesn't know why somebody becomes a servant. I mean, they basically told him, but, like, I think they weren't specific enough. But it's still, like, absurd to be like, yeah, they just yanked some random girl into this fight. Cool. Yeah.
それはありえないと思います。サーバントになったからといって性格が変わるわけではないし、私は生まれた時から剣を与えられた騎士ですから。あなたの言うような違った私は存在しなかった。
Seriously? Then you've always been so harsh? That's no good. I kinda sympathize with the people who were around you.
それはどういう意味でしょうか。
Like, that's really stupid. Like, he's not thinking, hey, she's from a different country hundreds of years in the past. Surely they were just like people today, right? Like, well, dude, you don't even consider how many wars she's been in, you know? Like, even if you don't know who she is, it's logical that she's been to war probably more than once, right? So being like, I bet you lived in happy, peaceful times. Like, what the heck?
私は厳しくはありますが、周りに強要した覚えなどありません。
That can't be true. Today's training taught me you're merciless. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do when you're training, or else you'd be dead. Look at this, Welt. I make one tiny mistake, and you happily drive in at every opportunity, you demon.
私は喜んでなどいません。シロには申し訳ありませんが、厳しくしなければ鍛錬にならないでしょう。
This is strange. I somehow never expected Saber to make a face like that.
何ですかその目は。いきなり黙り込むのは卑怯だと思います。
Oh, I never thought you would get mad like that, so you just kind of surprised me.
そうですか。私としては思ったことを主張しただけなのですが。
Yeah, but you're not usually so emotional, so that was new to me. Do you really think?
そうでしょうか。私は自分の信念に基づいて行動しているつもりですが。
But those aren't your feelings, they're your beliefs. Beliefs and feelings are the same, basically. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that you never speak straight from your heart. What? I mean, she is hiding stuff. I don't know if I'd say that this is entirely true, but I suppose she is generally hiding. I mean, why is she not revealing her name? I like, they're like, well, the enemy might figure out who I am then, and it's like, if the enemy is able to get that information from Shiro, like, it's already over anyway, more than likely, you know? And also, she doesn't have a weakness, so it's even dumber, like.
それは当然です。私に求められるものは個人としての意見ではなく立場としての意見ですから。それは今も昔も変わらない。私はセーバーのサーバントとしてシロを守る。そのため以外のことを口にするべきではないし、考える必要もないでしょう。
That may be true, but that would be boring for you. You might have a role to fill, but that doesn't mean you have to devote yourself to that and nothing else. There are things you want to do, right? Well, but the role is what she wants to do, isn't it?
ですから、私のやるべきことはシロを守ることです。ただでさえマスターとして未熟だというのに、私の言うことも聞かず戦おうとするあなたをこうして鍛えているのではありませんか。
That may not be entirely true, but well, if you say so, then I guess it's okay. I feel like this conversation has softened Saber up a bit. She even looks more cheerful now, so as not to ruin the mood, I decide not to press the matter. I feel like nothing happened there at all. Literally nothing. He was just accusing her of a whole bunch of stuff that she disagreed with, and he was like, "You're wrong." I'm like, okay. Next thing I know, it's noon.
お昼時ですね、シロ。
Yep. Both our stomachs growl. Let's eat. Is there anything you'd like to eat?
私は特にシロが用意してくれる食事ならおおむね満足しています。
Saber puts it kind of oddly. Well, at least she's not picky like Tosaka. I'll go do a bit of shopping. I'll probably come back the same time as yesterday, so rest in the living room until then.
はい、期待しています、シロ。
I decided to try making shrimp balls for lunch. I've always wanted to try making them at home. They'll be piping hot balls of ground shrimp, a bit bigger than takoyaki. I bought some mustard and I'm all set with the snacks for our 3 o'clock snack time. Why would you not just always have mustard? Whatever. I loaded my purchases onto my bike. That reminds me, I met Ilya here yesterday. She's not here today. Well, she probably shouldn't be coming here every day. Somehow not seeing her is disappointing, though. I haven't told Saber or Tosaka about meeting Ilya yesterday. She didn't confront me as an enemy, and I'm hesitant to tell them about her in the first place. Just because she was here yesterday doesn't mean she'll show up today. But it could mean that you will show up today, and therefore she can track you. So I really should get on my bike and... I just know this is a dead end if I do the swing by the park. I'm like, it could be fine. Let's not. Go straight home. Saber's looking forward to lunch, and I'm really not in any position to make a detour. I don't have the time. Like, I honestly... So in Tsukihime, I was just fine with getting every single dead end. In this game, I am a lot less interested in looking at the dead ends. Especially since the dead ends seem to, like, not inform you of anything. It's just like, Shiro was stupid, and then he died. Like, okay, cool. So I make the shrimp balls one of my specialties. It's not really a proper meal, if anything. It's more like a snack to have with alcohol or something. I learned to make it while working at an izakaya bar.
Shiro, これはとても熱い.
Saber tries to put the fried ball, which is between the size of a golf ball and a tennis ball, into her mouth. Saber, do you not like hot foods, or do you not like food that looks so crude?
いいえ、どちらも問題ありません。この熱さは面白いですし、味付けも粗雑でありながら、きめ細かい気配りが感じられる。
Yeah, well, I'm glad you like it.
はい。リンやタイガに分けてあげられないのが残念です。
Saber continues eating in silence. She's eating more than usual, so I figure she worked up an appetite in training this morning. This may not be very manly, but I really like having people eat food I prepare, all the more so when they say it's delicious. I'm a poor excuse for a master, so if I can do something like this to make Saber happy, I should work harder on my cooking. Huh? Saber is staring intently at her empty plate. Saber, if it's not enough, I can make more.
いえ、もう十分に堪能しました。足りないなど、そのようなことはありません。
Oh really? Then let's have our after meal tea. I'll go make it real quick, so wait here. Pick up the empty plates and head to the kitchen. After I've put the dirty dishes in the sink, put the kettle on to get the tea started. Oh hey, how about we try a different tea? Stick my head out from the kitchen. Then I hear something.
しかし、これは問題だ。シロの料理は美味しい。彼に今から食事を断たれてしまったら、私は間違いなく戦闘意欲をそがれてしまう。私もまだ甘い。何度か経験したはずなのですが、兵糧攻めとはかくも恐ろしいものだったのですね。
Okay. I'll take back what I just said. Time to stop putting so much effort into my cooking. If I make my meals more elaborate, she might end up making me her personal cook. Yep, too much of a good thing doesn't help anyone. We finish eating lunch, continue training in the afternoon. Keep crossing blades with Saber, never getting tired of it. Isn't that kind of weird to not be getting tired of physically training against a servant? That seems pretty crazy, right? We keep training and only plan to stop when Tosaka and Fujini come home. Our training is interrupted by the sound of the doorbell.
シロ、来客のようですが。
Yeah, I heard it. I'm going to go get the door, so you stay here, Saber.
いいえ、招かれざる客ということもありえます。万が一に備えて同行しましょう。
Yeah, no kidding. Middle of the school day and somebody shows up. That's suspicious. Immediately. Saber has a point. Also, by the way, Lancer knows exactly where he lives. Still. Like, I know it's not going to be relevant in the story, but I just want to throw that out there that, like, there actually wasn't anything stopping Lancer from coming back any of these days, or to like assassinate Shiro, or just keeping an eye on the place to just stake it out even. But well, she's right. If the visitor is just a neighbor, they might get suspicious of Saber. The neighbors do think I'm the only one living here. And then again, well, I guess I'll deal with that if it happens. Sakura and Fujini already come and go freely, so there's no point in me worrying about the neighbors. Alright, come with me then, Saber, but if the visitor is just an ordinary person, keep quiet.
分かっています。 私はシローの遠い親戚ということですね。
Yep, that's a story. Okay, coming. I rushed to the entrance. Amid the sounds of incessant ringing.
お邪魔する。具合が悪いというから様子を見に来たぞ、エミヤ。
Is this after school? Oh, it's not an enemy or neighbor. It's a friend from school. Oh, it's you, Issei.
なんだとは失礼だな。見舞いに来た知人に対して取る態度か、それが。
Even as Issei complains, he hands me a paper bag. What's this? Apples?
見舞い品だ。普段風邪一つひかぬエミヤが病欠しているのだから、それぐらいは持参する。
I'm grateful for his concern. But unfortunately, I didn't take a day off because I'm sick. Besides, a bag full of apples doesn't seem appropriate for a young guy like him to bring as a get-well-soon gift. I don't understand. What? Bringing healthy food to somebody that you think is sick is not appropriate for a young man? What?
どうしたエミヤ？果物は苦手だったか？
No, I do. It's a little complicated, but I really appreciate the sentiment. What's complicated? It's apples. I bow to him to show my appreciation.
エミヤ、つかぬことを聞くのだが、お前の後ろにいる女性は何者だ？
Huh? Saber is standing just behind me. Oh, I get it. Issei must have locked eyes with Saber when I bowed to him.
見たことのない御人だが、なぜかような女性がエミヤの家にいるのだ？
Issei gazes intently at Saber. He's extremely shy and always cold to new people and people he doesn't like. Well, her name's Saber. And
シローの遠い親戚です。この家の主人だったキリツグが外国にいた折、懇意にさせていただきました。先日こちらに観光に来たのですが、縁を頼りに宿を借りているのです。
huh? Saber makes the story sound pretty convincing. I thought that's what they've been saying already.
エミヤのお父さんのお知り合いでしたが、聞けばかなりの旅行好きと聞いています。あなたのような人と知り合いになることもあるでしょう。
What? Issei, who's supposed to be extremely bashful around strangers, accepts the story so easily. It's because she's talking straightforwardly.
なるほど。事情は分かったぞ、エミヤ。病欠というのは口実で、観光に来た彼女の案内をしていたのだな。
Oh, yeah, let's just say that. Well, in broad terms, nothing I've said is entirely untrue, I think.
ならお邪魔しても構うまい。ここまで運んできた礼として茶でも振る舞ってくれ。ここ2日ばかり学校で起きた出来事でも世間話にしよう。
Issei takes off his shoes and steps up into the house. What do you mean an appreciation? I'm still kind of busy, you know. We can chat another time.
何を言っている？お前、うちの前に自転車を乗り捨てて行っただろ
Oh, right. I did leave a bike up in Ryodo Temple.
う。だろう？それを持ってきてやったのだ。俺とて忙しい中、生徒会に行かずまっすぐ家に帰りここまで戻ってきたのだ。それでも茶の一つも出せないというのか、お前は。
He did do me a favor. I might have 3 bikes, but out of the 3, the one I left at Ryodo Temple is the most expensive and my favorite. Sorry, Saber, can we take a little break? Saber nods. Thanks, then you and Issei can head to the living room. I'll prepare some tea. Japanese tea for Issei, black tea for Saber.
私も同席するのですか？それはどうかと思います。私がいては語学友と気軽な話などできないでしょう。
That's not true, right, Issei?
女はやかましいが、セーバーさんなら構わる。つつましい女性は文化遺産だ。
What he's saying is, you are a nice, quiet girl, so you can stay in the room. Hear that? Okay, so go on ahead.
はい。それはわかりましたが、シロ、
What? Is something else bothering
飲み
you?
物でしたら、私も日本茶を。緑茶は嫌いではありません。
Saber is fairly opinionated for some reason. It's odd hearing her say that in her usual tone. After about an hour of meaningless chatter, Issei decides to head home. Most of the small talk in the living room was about school, and I asked a few slight questions to find out if anything unusual was going on, but it seems like business as usual.
それではな。明日も休むのか、エミヤは。
Yeah, I'm not going to school this week. Saber needs to be with me tomorrow too.
ま、あの御人と一緒なら問題はなかろう。何かと不審なところはあるが、問いただすまでもない。
Issei nods as if satisfied. Now that I think about it, how could such a shy guy warm so quickly and easily to Saber? Hey Issei, for this being your first time meeting Saber, you seem to be in a good mood. What's up with that?
何を言うか。これでも寺の飯で育った身だぞ。人の良し悪しぐらい見抜けなくてどうする。素性は知らぬが、あの子の霊気は澄んでいたからな。悪い人間のはずがない。
You know, that is funny that he says this. Since, like, Rin really is a bad person. So, like, he's not wrong. Like, him being just suspicious of Rin makes sense. I don't know what he thinks about Sakura. Yeah, I mean, this actually makes more sense than I was expecting. Huh? I didn't know you could tell that kind of thing. I'm a little impressed.
ま、普通はわからん。だがあれぐらい飛び抜けていると未熟者でも見て取れるのだ。見習い坊主でも傍らに神仏がおられれば新規ぐらいは感じられる。つまりそれぐらいセーバーさんの佇まいは美しい。
Well, that's rare. You say praising a girl. Got it, so you have taken a liking to Saber too. That's good. I was worried Issei wouldn't like her because all she did was listen to us talking.
当然だろう。彼女はいい子じゃないか。嫌うのは難しい。
I mean, I still think though that he also likes her because she doesn't talk too much. Yeah, and I know she's a good person even if she might be a bit aloof. Saber is always like that, so don't take that to mean she doesn't like you, Issei.
え？不愛想か、あの子。
Yeah, I've never seen her laugh before, and even when you and I were laughing pretty hard, she just kept looking stern.
いや、結構笑っていたが。
Eh? That's ridiculous. Sure, I've seen the occasional warm expression on Saber's face, but I've never seen her actually smile or laugh before. You're kidding me. I can't imagine seeing Saber laughing out loud.
いや、そういうのではなくてだな。
He could see that her soul was smiling.
お前が笑ってるのを見て笑っていたのだが、なんだ、気がついてなかったのか。
Huh? She was smiling when she saw me laugh? Was she doing that to make fun of me?
なるほど。また珍妙な解釈をする。ま、そのあたりは己で悩め。何事も自問することより始まるのだ。かつ。
You say, priest son that he is, ends with his usual catchphrase, and leaves my house laughing. That's his catchphrase? Did he ever say this before? I mean, to be fair, it's been like 4 or 5 in-game days since I've regularly talked to him. So maybe he said it once or twice and I just don't remember. I don't think so though. What's with him? He leaves me with his cryptic comments. Idiot. At least he could have said goodbye. The sun is setting, so today's training ends. I'm practically at my limit, and I still have Magecraft lessons with Tosaka tonight. I failed to land a blow on Saber like I'd hoped, but I should save at least some energy for tonight. It's also my turn to prepare dinner tonight. Saber went to wash up after me, so she won't be back for a while.
ただいまー。お、ちゃんと晩ご飯作ってるな、シロ。えらいえらい、感心感心。
Fujini bursts into the living room, practically a bundle of energy, and immediately dives onto a cushion on the floor. Unlike Saber, who needs to sleep over half the day, Fujini is like this all day, every day. I bet it's no different when she's asleep.
このリンゴ食べていいの？
She's holding one of the many apples on the table. Sure, there are a bunch, as you can see. Everyone should eat 3 a day.
そうなの？じゃあアップルパイでも作ろうか。主にシロがなんだけど。
Fujini takes a casual bite of the apple as she makes her suggestion. I had put some apples I'd already washed out on the table, but I guess she's not the sort to care. What a waste of the get well gift. Misunderstanding or no, shouldn't she be a little more considerate about the gift my friend gave me out of concern? Wait a second. Just checking. For once, I should give her a piece of my mind. Oh boy. Where's my gift? She's actually going to force me to make a pie. I should hide out for a while. Don't worry about the apples. Fujini, eat some tangerines. I don't even know what to make of this. First one. Stop prepping for dinner and take off my apron. By the time I've washed my hands and made it to the living room, Fujini's apple is gone. Fujini, did you eat the apple? Sweet and tart. Glad to hear that. Then it's your turn. I'll take whatever you got me in exchange for what you just ate. I'm not going to ask how you arrived at that conclusion. I'm just asking you to show me what you got for me today. I hope you didn't forget what you said this morning as you were leaving.
失礼ね。忘れてなんかないですよで。ほら、ここにちゃんと用意してあるんだから。
Fujini drops a suspicious-looking paper bag on the table and its contents spill out. Well, that's unexpected. Apples? I actually have trouble believing Fujini managed to remember a promise she made. What even is that? I feel like this isn't anything I would. No matter how I look at it, it just looks like a mound of trash. Well, a mountain of stuffed toys. Okay.
シローにはね、このアステカの石棺面。シローの部屋って殺風景でしょう。これがあったら少しは温度が上がるよきっと。
She hands me a heartwarming but somewhat scary-looking sun mask. About the size of a handball and stuffed with cotton. Fujini, were these all from a crane game?
そうよ。トールの苦労したんだから。2時間も粘って最後には店員さんに出してもらっちゃった。
She's laughing bashfully, but I'm scared to think how much blood was shed in the process.
あとはチャイニーズドラゴンとコウモリとカニと牛とサイとヘビと
Sorry, I think I'm gonna have to like stretch or something. I'm like feeling really stiff. And I'm kind of burping from the soda. I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, it's only 30 minutes into the stream. Yeah, I'll go walk a little bit. I'll be back. It won't take too long, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, there's certainly a degree of tiredness that I'm feeling right now, but I think it's something else. I was just wondering, like, could it be sugar fatigue or something? I don't think so, though. Just maybe some good old circulation issue, maybe. I feel like my blood is stagnant or something. Like I'm getting weirdly full off of water. That's weird. But maybe maybe if I just keep talking, you know, talking can also get the blood flowing a bit, a little bit. Fujini gleefully sorts out the pile of stuffed toys. A few spill off the table, and the living room quickly grows cluttered with some. It's messy, but Fujini seems to be enjoying herself, so I don't have the heart to stop her. Fine, I'll take them. I want you to clean up after you organize them. I turn back to the kitchen, the stuffed toy in hand. And then I see Saber at the entrance of the living room. She must have just passed by and she looks irritated. Saber doesn't say a thing, she just glares into the living room. Saber, did you take your blast already? After answering my question, Saber heads into the living room almost like a sleepwalker. Saber walks toward the table, then stops abruptly in front of one of the stuffed toys.
Taiga, この人形は獅子を模しているのですか? そうみたいね。ライオンの子供だよ、それ。
Saber stares silently at the stuffed animal.
この散らばった人形はタイガのものなのですか? そこにある人形たちと同じで。そうだけど、セイバーちゃん欲しい？欲しいならあげよっか。
Fujini's offer is made with a light-hearted smile. Whoa, what the heck's Fujini thinking? Saber's obviously in a bad mood, so why is Fujini asking something so ridiculous? Saber's the one that asked first. What? Besides, there's no way Saber would want something like that. She literally just said she does.
どう？いらない？私が持っててもしょうがないし、セイバーちゃんにあげてもいいよ。
Fujini picks up the stuffed lion, not noticing Saber's distaste. Saber takes it and...
ぜひ。
She hurries forward and takes it eagerly. My mind locks up. What the hell am I thinking? Saber takes a completely useless doll. Oh my gosh. Is any doll useful? Technically? Like what? And clutches it against her chest as if it were truly precious.
感謝します。ありがとう、タイガ。別にいいよ。それ虎じゃないんだもん。
That's a bit of a weird thing to throw out there, Fujini.
けど意外かな。こういうの好きなんだ、セイバーちゃんって。はい。小さくて可愛らしいものには憧れていました。あまりそういったものを手にする機会がなかったもので。
As she speaks, Saber looks down at the stuffed lion in her arms. How can I describe her face right now? What was that? I just had the weirdest thought.
もしかしてセイバーちゃん、ライオンが好きなの？ライバル？
This kitty cat is bothering me at the perfect time, right when the lion showed up on screen, huh? What a coincidence. So you look at this kitty. There he is. Ooh, that's weird. Saber silently nods in affirmation, all while she continues to smile down at the stuffed animal.
好きというわけではありませんが、縁があるのです。昔、ライオンの子を預かっていたことがあって、その子が私によく懐いてくれたのが嬉しかった。ですから、 それ以来獅子には思い入れがあるのです。本来なら私は竜を背にするものなのですが。
Okay. just getting going off on a tangent at this point.
ライオンの子供か。そういえば猫っぽいんだっけ、ライオンの子って。何、もしかし。
ええ、それぐらい元気はありましたね。
My cat is very energetic too.
預かっていたのは1ヶ月だけでしたが、できることなら最後まで共にいたかった。
Yeah, why only 1 month?
なるほどなるほど。でも難しいよね。ライオンってすっごく大きくなるじゃない。普通の家じゃ飼えないし、そりゃ手放すしかないか。
Fujini nods her understanding. Saber is still looking at the stuffed lion. I'm not sure what kind of spell it cast on her. It's something I shouldn't know or be able to see flashed through my mind. It has to just be some kind of dizzy spell. I'm just imagining this. But I can't shake the image. It's one of her memories. This is something that really happened. I see an image of Saber rubbing her cheek against a cub, but I'm not sure if this is just some fleeting illusion. The only thing I know is that I would regret shaking off the sight of it. The strange vision immediately disappears. My heart is still racing. The vision I glimpsed remains in my head like a scar that will never fade. I finished preparing dinner. It's past 7. Saber and Fujini are in the living room, and Tosaka, who's usually here by now, isn't. Hope nothing's happened to her. I don't think Tosaka is the type to get into trouble, but I also know she sometimes makes huge mistakes. I guess I'll go check it out. If it's just looking around the house, I should be fine alone. Head out to the hallway. As I'm about to leave the house, Tosaka walks in wearing her coat. Tosaka.
ただいま。何？エプロン姿でお出迎え？割と似合ってるじゃない、そういうの。
Tosaka jokes casually, but her face is completely expressionless. That's scary. The people who can joke like that with such a straight face are the most terrifying sort of people. Tosaka, what were you? The moment I try to ask her what happened, I spot blood on her hand. It's a small blood stain and her index finger is swollen. Does that mean... Tosaka, I have a bad feeling, and I can't keep it quiet.
何よ。つまんないことなら聞かないわよ。
Actually, did you maybe punch somebody?
ごめんと。何かとやかましい神事にナックルパートを見舞いしてきたわ。
We'll just see what she says, I guess. Tosaka huffs and passes right by me. Okay, so she gave him a knuckle sandwich. And a blood-stained and swollen finger would make sense. Hey, wait. Actually, a swollen finger wouldn't make sense, but okay. Hold up. What do you mean you hit Shinji, Tosaka?
うるさいわね。気に食わなかったからギッタンギッタンにしてやっただけよ。
To a pulp, when you mean with your fists. You did it with your bare fists?
ベアもベア。グリズリー級にベアよ。
Tosaka snorts again. A brief silence. I don't know what to say, so I keep my mouth shut. An awkward silence stretches between us. Let me get back to the point. You said you punched Shinji. Why did you do that?
殴って当然じゃない。私に自分と組めたの。シローは使えないやつだから見限れたの言うからよ。
I mean, I guess he's desperate for an alliance. But it still seems weird to say that. I mean, he knows that Tosaka would never join him. I mean, and it makes him look weak. Like, absurdly weak.
人を呼びつけておいてつまんないこと言うから、殴りつけて黙らせたの。
Isn't that short-sighted even for you, Tosaka? Or maybe Maybe Shinji said something so stupid that he actually pissed Tosaka off, even though she's usually so level-headed?
何よその目。言っとくけど、被害者は私の方よ。
Like, why would you call Tosaka level-headed? She's the opposite of level-headed. I think it goes both ways. But why would Shinji talk to you about something like that? He asked me if I wanted to team up with him.
さあ、あいつ、シローにライバル意識でもあるんじゃない？私とシローが一緒に住んでるって教えてから、かなりおかしくなってたし。
What? You told him we were living together. You told Shinji about us?
ええ、話したわよ。昨日の朝だったかな。シンジのやつ、私を呼びつけて、僕もマスターになったから遠坂と同じさ、なんて偉そうに言ってくるんだもの。なんか頭にきてね。それじゃあシローも同じよって言ってやったの。
This is just dumber by the second. So she's just giving away secret information. Cool.
それで身の程を知ったかなって思ったのに、ついさっきうちの前で待ち伏せしてたってわけ。
This house? This house? Or her house?
で、悪いけど、もうエミヤくんの家で暮らしているから、あんたみたいな半端なマスターと協力する気はないって言ったんだけど。
I think it was her house, which
も
is
しか
like
してまずかった？
absurdly lucky that he even met her, considering that she's only went back to her house literally one time. And this was like 2 or 3 days after she had already moved in. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Shinji was already smitten with Tosaka, so what she told him is just adding fuel to the fire. Well, but still, now it all makes sense. I figured out why Shinji's been hostile only toward Tosaka, and why he's being so persistent about asking her to team up with him. Meaning he...
けど不思議よね。シンジのやつ、なんだって私にこだわるのかしら。あいつの性格から言って、誰かと協力するなんて考えは浮かばないと思うんだけど。
A guy like him? This is making me wonder, like, if he had actually joined both of them, let's you know, like, obviously Shiro and Rin are gonna stick together, but like, what if he had allied alongside both of them? I don't know. I don't think much would have come from it, you know. Like, I don't think he would have been more passive or more aggressive either way. It's just kind of, he probably would have just backstabbed him. Right? Probably. Actually, it's because Rin is special to Shinji. Nothing strange about any of this. I think you're special to Shinji. He's originally from a mage family, right? I think he admires you since you're also from a mage family, but you still have power and a proper lineage. That's why he's so persistent with Tosaka. I think Rin's been a target for Shinji's affections since long before the Holy Grail War started.
ちょっと、そりゃ好意を持たれるのは嬉しいけど。
Must have been a real surprise. Tosaka looks completely bewildered.
ああ、思い出した。そういえば1年の頃、シンジに告白されてたわ、私。
For a moment, her expression as she realizes what she'd obviously forgotten is almost comical. I sympathize with Shinji just now.
わあ、道理で懲りずに話しかけてくるはずだ。納得したわ。
Oh, whatever. So, how did you reply?
断ったんじゃない？私、勝負事は先出しじゃないと気が済まないの。
I'll have you know that I have to be the first to win. I don't know what that means.
やるなら自分からっていうか、相手から勝負を仕掛けられても乗れないっていうか。
So, this is absurdly, annoyingly arrogant. If she's gonna do something, it has to be her own idea. Like, that's just absurdly arrogant and annoying. And if someone challenges me to something, I don't really feel up to it. Okay. I don't know. So Sasuke thinks really hard, but she's acting as if she really doesn't remember. I'm astonished. She might be entirely driven by her emotions. Tosaka, I bet you're really bad at rock, paper, scissors.
嘘。なんであんたがそんなこと知ってるのよ。
Is this some sort of Japanese proverb? I knew it. If she likes to make the first move, she probably is not great when she has to react to someone else. You're not supposed to react when you do rock, paper, scissors. You're supposed to keep your hand behind your back. Well, okay, well, maybe not necessarily. Be 1, 2, 3. There's no time to react. You know, there's zero time. Like, I guess I think this is like a Japanese thing where basically, no, I don't know, because like I'm thinking like, I think I've seen times where Japan is like, in rock, paper, scissors, you keep your hand rock until you see them open their hand, and the idea is, I think, that in that split second you can figure out whether they're about to do scissors with 2 fingers or paper with 4. So if you're looking really hard, basically you just look if they're gonna do paper. Otherwise, keep it a rock, so that either you tie or you win the scissors. But if you're like keeping an eye close enough, you start to see the paper, and then you would immediately just try to make some, either paper or scissors, instinctively. But I don't know, this is going like so fast that like you go fast when you put out these. So like if there was like even a half a second delay, I feel like you would really notice this. Like, no, I don't know. Japan believes it though. they certainly believe it. But I've also seen times where people hold what they're gonna use in the game behind their back, and then rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and you're supposed to bring your hand to the front. Now, to be fair, I guess you still can react, but I feel like it's a lot harder to react to bring your hand out from behind your back, and it's whatever it is, it's already a paper, it's already a scissors, like you'd have to be reacting while the arm is moving or something. So I don't know. Again, I know this is a Japanese ism, but like it never made sense every time I heard of it. Like the person doing rock has the advantage. It's like, no. People are going to be very suspicious if you're, I just threw out what I was going to do 1 second later, 1 or 2 seconds later. Like what are you talking about? Use the soy sauce for that, Saber. Don't you dare try putting mayonnaise on it.
そうでしたか。いえ、タイガがそちらをかけているので、私もそうするべきなのかと。
Fujini's just clowning around. He's hardly a good role model, so be careful from now on.
そうでしたか。以前はさくらを参考にしていたので、シロに注意されることはなかったのですが。
Well, I'm not mad about it. I took the time to make the meal, but I just want you to enjoy it. So, back to our conversation.
シロ、おかわり。お味噌汁は具沢山ね。
Got it. What about you, Saber? We trained harder than usual today, so you might be hungrier. He's saying this out loud. Like, it's so weird how much he's just talking out loud about what they're doing. Like, her being like, I'm very similar to a dragon, but I really like lions. And in response, Fujini just says nothing about the dragon part. Like, okay, I know that we're trying to act like Fujini's stupid or not paying attention enough, but that's still dumb.
私は特に。ですが念のため、もう一杯いただいておきます。
Got it. If I find you woke up in the middle of the night and raided the fridge because you were too hungry to sleep, I might die of shock.
あ、ひどい。あれは私じゃないよ。見知らぬ泥棒さんが冷蔵庫を荒らしていっただけだい。
Then go tell that burglar to eat her vegetables as well as meat. Tell her not to eat all the dessert in the fridge. That's what she was really after. Honestly, you're not like a hungry wild beast or anything.
私を虎と呼ぶな。
Whoa, I didn't say anything about you. Yeah, well, who in their right mind would throw a piping hot daikon radish at me, you idiot?
シロ、台所の方で鍋が沸騰しているようですが。
Hold on, Fujini, I need to turn this fire off.
よろしい。鶏肉とゆで卵の醤油煮を早く持ってくるのだ。
On it. I'm leaving Fujini in your hands, Saber.
はい。どうぞ慌てずに調理をしてください、シロ。
I get up. Oh, that reminds me. Why has Tosaka been so quiet this whole time? Let me see. Still feeling tired, even though, like, I took an entire 5-hour energy. That much caffeine's just not affecting me at all, I guess. Tosaka, are you not liking dinner?
別に何でもないから話しかけないで。
She turns her head away grimly. She's not the type to dwell on things like Shinji for so long, so there must be something else bothering her. Fujini goes home satisfied after dinner. Saber and Tosaka are in the living room. At first that had been awkward, but after training with Saber for the last 2 days, it doesn't feel that way anymore. Saber, you can go to bed. I'll do the rest.
いいえ、シロが眠るまでは私も起きています。シロの魔術がどれほどの腕なのか、リンから聞きたいところでもありますから。
Got it. Let's go to Tosaka's room early. You don't mind, Tosaka?
ええ、構わないけど。随分とセーバーと仲良くなったのね、あなた。
Huh? For some reason, Tosaka said this with the same miffed tone she had when we were eating dinner.
部屋で待ってるから、後片付けが終わったら来て。それと、明日からは私も学校を休むから。午後は私のところに来なさいよね。シロ、リンに何かしたのですか？彼女は怒っているように見えましたが。
You think that too, Saber? I don't know. I don't think I've done anything to make her mad. Saber and I face each other and tilt our heads. We have no idea why Tosaka's so angry.
それじゃあ出始めにこのランプを強化してみて。周りのガラスの強度だけ上げればいいから。
Tosaka hands me an old-looking lamp. I sit on the floor, cup the lamp with my hands, and take a deep breath. Tosaka says it like it's so easy, but I'm all tense from nervousness. I've been trying this every night, but with a success rate below 0.1%. Tosaka says she wants to see what I can do to measure my skill, but there's nothing to measure if my strengthening doesn't work in the first place. I try to shake off any distractions. Right now, I need to focus on the lamp. The blueprint of the lamp pops into my head. Material of the glass, composition full of power. I can see it as if it were a network of blood vessels. Then all I have to do is infuse my magical energy into those vessels. Just have to do what I always do. Sensation of a burning metal rod sliding down my spine. All I have to do is let that burning nerve into myself, however much it shouldn't exist in the human body, and let it fuse with me. As long as that works, all I have to do is to pour the right amount of magical energy into the glass. Oh, it shatters. I couldn't control myself, and I ended up using more magical energy than I should have, and the glass shattered. Looked timidly at Tosaka.
やっぱりそうじゃないかって思ってたんだけど、本当にそうだったか。
What do you mean?
そんなの決まってるでしょ。あんたの才能のなさに呆れたのよ。 そもそも基本がなってない。まったくよくもそんなデタラメな方法で魔力を生成できるもんだって感心するわよ。
He's probably just shooting it all at once, maybe. I don't know. Tosaka, are you mad?
当たり前じゃない。こんな基本的な問題を抱えたまま鍛錬してきたあんたにも呆れてるし、間違いを正さなかったあんたの死には殺意さえ覚えるわ。
Should just be like, my mentor died when I was 10.
なんだってあんたはこんな遠回りなことになってるのよ。
I get it. No, you don't. But don't badmouth my old man. It's my own fault that I don't have talent. He's got nothing to do. No,
関係あるわ
it
よ。
has nothing to do with talent.
仮に
You're
も弟
just
子に
doing
し
the
た
wrong
んなら
method.
教え子の道を正すのが師匠じゃない。そりゃもういない人に当たっても仕方がないけど、それにしたってあんたの師匠は初めの手順を間違えているわ。
Tosaka, clearly still angry, takes something that looks like a can out of her bag. Looks like a can filled with colorful hard candy. Sort of thing children overseas might like. Japan doesn't like colorful hard candy. I've seen similar containers in Japan too. They hold a variety of different candies. White one's mint.
手出して。
I do as she asks. Tosaka shakes out the can and the red candy drops into my hand.
はい。それ飲んで。
What? Again, as I do as she says. It's not sweet. Actually, it has no flavor at all. Texture is more like rock than candy. I forced myself to swallow it. Whoa, ouch, my throat's tingling. What was that, Tosaka?
何って宝石に決まってるじゃない。見てわからなかった？
She says it so casually, but it's totally outrageous. What? A jewel? Why?
仕方ないでしょ。薬も用意してきたんだけど、白を矯正するにはそんなものじゃ効かないの。だから一番強いのでスイッチを開くしかないなって。
That's not my point. Why did you make me swallow a jewel? I can't digest that.
あのね、不安がるならもっと別のことを不安がりなさい。ただの宝石じゃないんだから。今のはまだ分かってないあなたに無理やり分からせるための矯正装置。そろそろ解き始める頃だから気合い入れてないと気絶するわよ。
You say that I'm going to faint so casually. Just as I say that, it starts to get weird. What? My body is burning. My limbs are starting to go numb. Heat builds up into my back in a flare of what I can only describe as pain. Okay. From my brow and try to concentrate, or I know I'll fall over. Well, what did you... I know. This feeling. This is the feeling of failure. Is my body reacting when it fails to construct a magic circuit inside me?
大丈夫。苦しいでしょうけど、今の状態を維持していれば少しずつ楽になるわ。もっとも、体の熱さだけは2、3週間続くだろうけど。
I really want to respond, but I can't stay composed enough to do it. All I can do is muster the strength to stay balanced so I don't topple over.
いい？魔術師と人間の違いっていうのはスイッチがあるかないかなの。このスイッチっていうのは魔術回路のオンオフだってのはわかるでしょ？ほら、そこにお湯を沸かせる電気ポットがあるじゃない？魔術師っていうのはそれなの。で、普通の人はお湯は沸かせないけどお湯を保温できるポットってわけ。似たようで違うものなのよ、私たちは。お湯を沸かすスイッチのあるなしはもう個人ではどうしようもない問題でしょ。生まれつき、いえ、作られる時に電気ポットか保温瓶か分けられるんだもの。スイッチがない人には一生魔術なんて体験できない。いい？あなたは素人だけど魔術回路は確かにある。 つまり適性はあるのよ。だから一度でも魔術回路を体内に作ってしまえば、あとは切り替えるだけでいい。スイッチを押して自分の中でオンとオフを切り替えるだけで魔力はなるわ。
I calm my breathing. Just as Tosaka said, so long as I maintain my composure, things don't get worse.
魔術回路を作るのは一度だけでいいのよ。だっていうのに、あなたは毎回一から魔術回路を作って自分の中に組み込もうとしている。
Just trying to get to a better posture.
それは無駄なの。一度でも体内に確立したものなら、あとは切り替えるだけでいいんだから。本来ね、魔術回路を成し得た者は次にいつでも切り替えられる鍛錬を受けるのよ。けどあなたの死はそれをしなかった。だから毎回死の危険性を負って魔術回路を作るなんて真似をしてる。いえ、もしかしたらあなたの父親も同じ勘違いをしていたのかもしれないけど。
I excel. Sensation is starting to return to my limbs.
ずっと間違って鍛錬してきたあなたのスイッチは閉じている。こうなっちゃうと力技でこじ開けてシロの体にスイッチがあるって分からせなくちゃいけないでしょ。いい？今の宝石はね、そのスイッチを強制的にオンにするものよ。だからシロはずっとそのまま。元の状態に戻りたかったらシロ自身の力でオフにするしかない。それができたのなら、あとは宝石の助けなんていらないわ。以後は比較的簡単な精神の作用であなたは魔術回路を操れるようになる。
I get that, but can't we do something about this burning sensation? She keeps telling me to turn off this switch, but how the hell am I supposed to do that?
もう喋れるの？ほう、自身のコントロールはうまいんだ。なら思ったより早く元に戻れるかもね。
Why is she acting like she's already done this method before though? Like, she hasn't interacted with any other mages, ever.
スイッチそのものは今の状態を落ち着けよう、早く楽になろうって体の方で勝手にオフにしてくれるから。あとはそのスピードを自分の意志で速くするだけ。ね、簡単でしょ。
It's not. I don't get it. You say there's a switch, but it doesn't feel real to me.
今はそうだけど、そのうち明確にイメージできるようになるわ。頭の中にポンってボタンが浮かぶようになるから。あとはそれを切り替えるだけで、とりあえず魔術回路は簡単に開けるようになるわよ。
I hope so, but I just feel sick right now.
でしょうね。シロ、今まで強化の魔術を使ったらすぐに魔術回路を閉じてたでしょ。今はその逆でずっと魔術回路が開いている状態だもの。いつでも全力疾走しているようなものだから苦しいのは当たり前よ。けど魔術師ならそれぐらいは必須条件なんだから。マスターとして戦うって言うんならスイッチのオンオフはきっとシロの助けになる。
I know, you took me by surprise, but I appreciate what you did. You're right, once I grasp the idea of the switch, it'll help a lot.
分かってるじゃない。けど感謝される言われなんてないわよ。私は協力者であるあんたが弱いままだと困るから手助けしているだけなんだから。
Tosaka huffs and looks away. Maybe it's because my body's all warm, but dazed as I am, I find myself thinking that Tosaka might just be a good person.
何よ、人の顔ジロジロ見て。
It's important to tell people what you're gonna do before you do it. It's not a quirky personality trait. She just needed to tell you what the heck she was gonna do, but instead she just doesn't. That's what makes her a bad person. Nothing, I just thought you weren't really being honest.
そう、 そんな軽口を叩けるなんて余裕あるじゃないエミヤくん。そんなに元気なら続けて教えても大丈夫よね。
Tosaka grins wickedly and draws closer. Hold on a minute. I still can't move a muscle, so what is she? Hey!
それじゃあもう一度強化をしてみて。今のあなたじゃ魔力のコントロールもできないだろうけど、その状態に慣れてもらわないと戦力にならないわ。大丈夫。ランプは山ほど持ってきたし、何十回失敗するかわからないけど、強化が成功するまで休ませてなんてあげないから。
She smiles, and even though I can hardly move, she hands me a lamp. Tosaka, this is brutal. It's like forcing someone to walk a tightrope while they have a 40-degree fever.
参ったわ。まさかこっちが先に音を上げることになるなんてね。
Tosaka glares at me. Her penetrating stare is accusing. Sorry?
私の見通しが甘かった。まさか30個全部壊されるなんて悪いけど、今日の鍛錬はこれでおしまいよ。シローの強化を測れる道具がないから。
Come on, at least I tried. I tried hard, even though my body was burning up like I'd been thrown into a boiling kettle. Tried, but in the end I didn't manage to succeed in my magecraft a single time. You know, if it's just the glass that's broken, you can fix it. I saw you fix a broken window in my house the other day.
無理。あれは普通に破損したものでしょ。こっちはシローの魔力に耐えきれなくなって割れたものだもの。他人の魔力を帯びたものに干渉するのは難しいって覚えておいて。
Oh, yeah.
そうよ。いいからシローは休んでいいわ。今日はスイッチを呼び起こしただけでよしとしましょう。コントロールできるようになったらこの続きを教えるから。
Phew, I appreciate the rest, but what else are you going to teach me?
シロー強化しかできないんでしょ。前にそれしか使えないって言ってたけど、それならもう少し上級の変化ぐらいまで持っていけるかもしれない。強化と変化、それに投影の魔術について教わったことはない？
I have little. Strengthening is, as the word suggests, used to strengthen something. Most people typically think of strengthening as just making something harder, but it actually involves enhancing an object's attributes and effects. A sword gets sharper, a lamp grows brighter, and so on. Alteration doesn't need much explanation. For example, you can't start a fire using blades. Alteration is when some ability beyond the object's usual traits is imbued into it. And then projection is... Wait, what's projection again? Remember my old man saying that word a lot, but...
強化と変化は知ってるんでしょ？なら投影もおのずと想像はつくと思うけど。まあ要するに物を複製するって魔術よ。強化や変化みたいに元からあるものに手を加える魔術じゃないわ。基本的には無から1から10を全て自分の魔力で構成するものだから、難易度的には最高ね。けど魔力ってのは使い捨てでしょ。投影で作り上げたものはすぐに消えてしまうのよ。10の魔力を使って作り上げた投影の剣と1の魔力で強化させた剣とでは、強化の剣の方が強くなる。強化は手を加えるだけでいいから効率がいいってわけ。その点投影は魔力を使いすぎるからメジャーに使われる魔術じゃないわ。
Oh, I remember now. The old man said something similar. He said it wasn't worth it, so I shouldn't pursue it.
そういうこと。さあ、質問が済んだのなら終わりにしましょう。足元もおぼつかないようだし、部屋の前までぐらいは送っていってあげるから。
Tosaka helps me to my room, and Saber is waiting for me by the veranda corridor.
お疲れ様でした、二人とも。
I don't even have the strength to answer. I just nodded thanks and headed into my room.
シローはどうですか？リン。
ダメ。すっごくダメ。あいつ才能ないわ。
Typically merciless Tosaka response. And the next thing I know, I'm staring up at the night sky. Tonight, I'm not trying to run away because I'm anxious around Saber. Just trying to let the night wind cool my burning body and to think about what Tosaka taught me. Once I can use my switch, then it'll be time to think about the next step. If I can't even manage the simple task of strengthening, I don't know what the future might hold for me. Try to infuse magical energy into a wooden plank I dragged out from the shed as I mumbled to myself. A crackling sound echoes up to me. Plank cracks and my strengthening fails. I can see its structure fine, but I don't understand why I can't control my magical energy. Tosaka said I was putting too much power into it. She even said that I should just use small amounts of magical energy, just focus on reinforcing the object's weak points. So she's basically telling me to take it easy. She doesn't have to remind me. Problem is, I can't manage to ease up. If only there was a good way to relax. The sound of barely audible footsteps just reaches my ears. This is the second time I've sensed that presence. What? I don't need anything from you.
それは私も同じだ。だが、リンが気に病んでいるようなのでな。見るに見かねたというやつだ。
I throw the plank away, glaring at Archer. Archer seems curious about the plank. He picks it up.
強化の魔術か。にしても、ひどい出来だ。
What? Yeah, I know I'm not a fully trained mage. I feel bad for making your master take on extra work for me.
そうではない。これに関しては、リンも間違えている。
Eh, what do you...
元からあるものに手を加える。それは高望みしすぎだ。そんなことができるほど、お前は器用ではあるまい。
Good. He's just saying whatever he wants. I can't think of a response. He's right. I know I'm not skilled, and it's my own fault. I can't do major craft properly. There's no point in taking it out on him.
どうした？昨夜ほどの元気はないか？
Shut up. I'm just not saying anything because you're right. It's all my fault for not being good enough. I huff and look away. I don't know how he interpreted that, but...
お前はある意味、死に恵まれていないのかもしれないな。
Archer almost sounds impressed for a moment. Eh, that's not true. My old man and Tosaka are good teachers. I'm the one who can't learn.
だからだ。お前相手にはな、何も分かっていない魔術師の方がうまく作用する。天才には凡人の悩みは分からない。リンは優等生すぎるから、落ちこぼれであるお前の間違いに気がつかないのだ。
I don't really get what Archer's trying to say. I don't get it, but if I had to guess, I don't get it. Are you just trying to pick a fight? If so, bring it on.
それも間違いだ。エミヤシロは格闘には向かない。お前の戦いは精神の戦い。己との戦いであるべきだからだ。
They say a mage's battle is a mental one. I already know that, but if we're gonna fight, it should be with our fists.
まったく。これではセイバーも苦労しよう。
Archer despises me from the bottom of his heart. Never seen his eyes like that. They seemed filled with real disappointment and anger.
一度しか言わんからよく聞け。いいか。戦いになれば、エミやシローに勝ち目などない。お前のスキルでは、何をやってもサーバントには通じない。
Saber already told me that. I won't win in a battle. No matter how grand scheme I try, I would have no chance of victory.
ならばせめてイメージしろ。現実で叶わない相手なら想像の中で勝て。自身が勝てないのなら勝てるものを幻想しろ。所詮お前にできることなどそれぐらいしかないのだから。
Yeah, I don't know why. Archer's words strike a chord with me. My heart's telling me not to forget them. More than anyone else, I know I should never forget what this man's saying.
どうかしているな。殺すべき相手に助言をするなど。どうやら私にも凛の甘さが映ったようだ。
All of a sudden, Archer disappears. Archer's supposed to be keeping watch. He must have gone back to the roof where he can do that best. What's with him? I complained to the empty air. Naturally, there's no response. While Archer's words echo in my mind, the cold air blows all over my flushed face. Okay. Well, normally I was gonna continue, but I don't know. Nowadays, it feels like I'm just absurdly exhausted after midnight. And we're a good deal after midnight, honestly. Fate Neo? But again, this wasn't like too long of a day, but it was weird. Oh boy. It was weird how long this it was weird how long how short this day was. It was only like about an hour and a half. And not much happened. Feels like a bit of filler. Something big could happen the next day, but I still feel like it's going to be 2 more days of doing stuff with Ryder, I think. But yeah, I'll try to do 3 days tomorrow, and I expect it to be a 5 to 6 hour stream. I guess we'll see. Probably try to do that around noon, but that's probably just hopeful thinking. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, again, it's short, but I think we can get back on track. But yeah, we'll see. See you tomorrow.